All right, you're welcome back again. Last time we discussed on various landmark acquisition for 3D, and we look at some tools, and we look at the pinpointing biological landmarks. We have not looked at semi-landmarks. We only look at biological landmarks. But this time, I want us to go into details about semi-landmarks. Semi-landmarks is mostly needed whenever the biological landmarks that is acquired is not sufficient to characterize shape variations. But it is also important to understand that it is good when the semi-landmark is slid along the curve and surface, which is called sliding semi-landmarks. So here we are going to be looking at sliding semi-landmarks. We are going to slide these landmarks along the curve and surface. So we have several tools to do this, like geomorph, but I want to show you another tool here, which is called Viewbox. In Viewbox 4 fashion, we are going to see how to slide semi-landmarks. But before we do that, we are going to look at our landmarks first. Our biological landmarks, because this is very important. You need biological landmark to slide semi-landmarks. So these are our biological landmarks. We have endocantion, exocantion, we have nason, we have pronace, labiale superior, labiale inferiors, chelion left, chelion right. We have nation, we have tragus left, tragus right. These are 13. We have chosen 13 biological landmarks or anatomical landmarks. You can choose any number you want based on your own, but I chose 13 just to show an example on how to slide. So we are going to see how to slide on the 3D faces, and before that, I'm going to open Viewbox. This Viewbox. All right. So this background is not white actually by default. So it was set. So for you to do that, you go to options, click on options. So here you can do some settings here. Now the template we are using this, we are going to be the template, but before that, your faces, 3D faces, either your OBJ files or your STL files or your ply files, PLY files, as the polygon files, all those files anyone you want to use must be copied and pasted into data. So my Viewbox is installed on C drive, as you can see here. So I have to copy all my 3D images into this data folder. So this is where it will be accessed, and your template will be here. So we are going to create a template file first before we now create the target object. So because this is divided into two parts, the first part we are going to create the template. So this template will now be applied to each subject one after the other, to each specimen we have, so that we will not need to create the template afresh. So we are going to see how this is done. So you can also here you can change under general, this general actually, then you can under view, let's say we view, go to view. Here you can see we have some settings here that you can set to start 3D view. Background of background color, I choose white here, one color white. If you want a gradient, you can choose gradient, but I don't want gradient. I just want a white background color, so that if I copy my my images later, or I print screen my images, I can use them in my system. I don't need background for them. So I just need the white background so I can crop it out. So now here we are going to create a template first. So before we go, let me show you the here. When you go here now, in C drive, view box, data, I have copied some images here. If you can see them, okay, it's not there. I've copied some images. Okay, these images I've copied here. You can see them, female and male. Okay, I copied female and male. These are male. Some males. So I copied them. These are 3D images. Okay, so I've copied them here, as you can see. So I'm going to be browsing them from here one by one, but I can use any one of them to create my template before I proceed. So now I'm going to create a template first, following the anatomical landmarks that is described here. So you can name them. You can name your faces images. You can name them by using notations. You can name them by using the number. So you can use 1, 2, 3, or you can use the notations here, depend on the one you prefer. So we are going to create the template now. So just follow the step-by-step approach to create the template. Then we save the template. Then we now begin to create each specimen, which is called patient here, and we'll be applying the template to each of them. So I will create a template. I will create one specimen. Then you see example on how to do it. So let's say we are under 3D. Don't forget here. So we go to tools, say new template. So we're going to call the template, let's call it 3D. Faces. Okay, so save. So we have created our template now. So right click here and give the same name. Just give the same name here. Patient property. Sorry, click on this guy. Property. Okay, now click on 3D. Same 3D faces. Then click on OK. So this name is very important because we are going to be using this name to access this template later. That's why we need to choose it very carefully. So you have to choose that name very carefully. It's very important. So we are going to set our template now. Please follow the step-by-step approach. This is very, very technical. So if you don't get it properly, so it will not work. It will give you a lot of error. So now we have created the template already. So we now want to import our mesh or 3D. So you go to import mesh here. This load mesh here. Click here. So we have several mesh here that I have created. So let me just choose one of them. You can use any one of them to create your. So I choose this one. Okay. This particular subject will not be given to us actually because it was acquired by permission with license agreement. Okay, from Starling dataset. So I will not be able to give it out for you. You can acquire it directly also, just to fill the form and request for the dataset, and you will be given the link to download. So I will not be able to release this out because of the policy that is attached to it. So now, what I'm going to use to describe the face for you, you can see how it is done. From here, you can see this is the face. So we start from this one is our landmark. So I want 13 landmarks here. So one is a tragus here. I want tragus here. I want tragus here. This one cannot be done in 2D. You cannot set tragus in 2D. You can see now that is the advantage of 3D. So you want all this place to be filled with landmarks. All this place to be filled. Okay. I want 13 landmarks, 13 biological landmarks, and 100 sliding semi landmarks. I want 100. So I want to do the sliding. So before we go, now we have seen our faces. Now let us now quickly apply the method here. So now we're going to start the step-by-step approach now to do this. The first thing we do is that we digitize this face first. Okay, that's the first thing we do. Now how do we do this? Look at this icon here, to digitize, digitizer. But we're going to first right click on this mesh here, on this face. Look at it. Look at where I right click on this, not this. on this particular this is the one. I right click here, I right click on it, I click on digitize point. Okay, you drag this here, so you can have many mesh here, no problem, but you drag it. So I want to be digitizing my mesh. I want to be giving them name. This name will be stored. Okay, we are going to do this once to be stored, so that I won't do it for other specimens. So I want to do for this template only. We click on new. So this first one we call it 1. You can call it 1 or 2 or 3, depending. Or you can use the notation. Okay, so let's just give a sample. I can say exocanton, edocanton, but let me use 1. Okay, just 1. I don't want to. You can use the notation. So I click here. You can see now. So you now right click to digitize, right click to pinpoint this place. I right click here. You can see it's very small. It's very small. You can see the color. It's very small. So I go again. I type 2. I click on OK. I right click here. I click here also. 3. I click here. I click here. 4. I click here. Okay. So I'm going to do it for the 13 points we have chosen now. So let's do that for 13 points now. So I'm done with the 13 landmarks now. You can see here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, 11, 12, 13. So I have 13 landmarks now. So, but I want to rename this. I want to clearly rename this. I don't want to use this number. I want to use a 1 figure. I want to use figure, so I can just click here. I can 1 by 1. I can go to 1, or just start from 8. Just say rename. Okay, rename. I rename this one to 8. Change it to 8. Okay. Just for easy access for me. Following the notation, rename 11. So do that for the rest of them. So I've renamed all. If you open here, you see that all have been renamed to numbers. Okay. So now I'm done with my landmarks. You can see that they are not big, they are very small for now. This is the starting point. So don't forget we are creating a template now. This template we are creating. So now I'm going to close this box. This one, I'm going to close this. So I'm done with this for now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a graphic object. Now you can see when I close, everything disappears automatically. So don't worry, they are still there, but you cannot see them now. So you have to create a graphic object for you to see them. So let's right click again on this guy and click on what? Graphics. So click on new, call it fixed. Let me call it fixed graphic. Fixed. So you can give any name you want, don't worry. You click on OK. Okay, so these are the landmark we digitize now. Alright. So now we want to select now. You can drag it so you can see what is happening. So here I'm going to open this guy here. I'm going to select a marker. So you can say markers. So I want to use markers. So these markers now, I don't want plus. I want I can for you can use anyone you want actually, but I prefer this one for biological landmarks. Okay. Then for the 7 landmarks, I will now use a round just to differentiate. So now you can now go to here. You can come here, hold down your shift key and click on the last one to copy. Then select. I include all here now. You can see that it's showing here, but now it's too big. So just make it a 1.5. Okay, 1.5. Go to format. Use colored. I want red. Okay, click on OK. Okay, the color is red. Now, don't worry, it will come out later. Look at my 1.5, how it look like. You can see. So if it's too small for you, you can increase it. For me, I think to me it's okay. You can see. You can see the point. To me it's okay, but if you know that it's too small, you can make 2.0. But I think to me 1.5 is okay for me. So I don't want a 2.0. So you can leave it like this. So when you're done with that, you close this guy. Okay, yeah, don't just close this guy. That means you are done with this. You can see your landmark now in red color. So this is the first step. Now you have done the landmark. So now this landmark you have done just now, we need to move to the second step on how to now, because how to slide how to put this landmark on the face now. That is the next step now. So we are going to start that now. So right click on this guy again. Okay, right click here, say digitize. Now what we want to do is that we want to create multiple landmarks now that we're going to slide on the face. So but we can start from anywhere. You can choose any point on the faces, any point to start. So now it pick one automatically. You can see this one is picked already. You can see it here, but you can change it to this place, the center, or here. Let's say we choose from Nason here. If you open here, Nason is 3. If I click on 3, okay, Nason is 5. Let's say start from 5. You can see start from 5 here. So I want to slide from here. I want to slide from this point down to the faces. So you can slide from here, from anywhere. Doesn't matter. So it will still work. So now I choose 5 and now click on new. Here I give it a name. I call it SL. SL means sliding. You can use any name you want. You can make it full, but I want a short name because of I don't want it to have too long names in my columns. So I click on create copy here. Okay, then I now want 100. I want 100. You can see that. So you click on OK. So it's already created. You can see it's here, but you cannot see them here. So that means we have 100 landmarks here in this place. Now that's what it means. Overlapping on this particular point called Nason. Overlapping here. So you close this guy again, and it disappeared. So you now create a graphic object for it again for this one. So you click on new. You can call it SL. So click on OK. So now we can now see what I'm talking about. So now go there again. Markers. Okay, I want round here now. For this time around, I want 1.52. Let me see 1.5 also. Then here you're going to select only the SL. You can see slide the landmark only, not a biological landmark. You don't need this for now because you have done that for this. So we need this, only this. So you just order your shift key and go down, click this, include. So we are only including the semi landmarks now, which you want to slide on the surface. So you can see now it has become more bold. Okay, so now we are going to choose the color here. I want to use maybe let's use blue for this one. Blue, we choose blue here. I want this light blue. Okay, to this blue. So this blue now will be on the surface now. Can we use 1.0? You see, is that too big? It looks too big to me. Let me use 1.0. Let's see. Okay, that's too small. Let's use 1.5. Okay. So let's close this. So we are done. We close this. So we already have landmarks now on this face. So we want to spread. What you want to do? You want to automatically spread this landmark on these faces now. This particular this 100 landmarks now. Don't forget this 100 landmarks. I want to spread it on these faces now. Okay, that's what I want to do now. But before you do that, you want to know which region of the face you want to spread this. Which region? But you don't want to spread it off everywhere, because if you just spread it, will spread everywhere. So you want to select a region where you want to cover only. So we are going to paint that region. We just paint the region you want to cover only. Then we now spread it. So let's paint the region only. So now click on this guy now, not this guy anymore. Click on this guy. Okay, the mesh itself. So you now come here. So we choose any color you want. Okay, I prefer this. I choose this color. Let's choose this color. Okay, so click here. Right click here. Right click here. right click here. So you select, let me use this so that I can be fast. So I want to paint here now. So I want to paint the region I want. Click on this guy to drag. Click back again. So now you can move. So now I want to paint now. I want to paint only this region round like this with the cheek. So now let's paint. So you right click and drag. You right click and be dragging. Right click and be dragging. If you want to remove some parts of region, you want to remove the paint from the part of region, you hold down your shift key and drag also while you right click. So let's right click and drag as well and see. Oh, you can see I right click and now I'm dragging. Okay. See. That is too much. So let me change this now. Right click again. I want 1000. So that this one is too much for me. So now okay. So I drag again. You can see. I want to cover all this region to this place, 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 to this place. Don't worry, we're going to do that later. So now you hold down your shift key, okay? Now click. I'm trying to remove some part now, but that is too much for me. Let me cover back. So now go back here, right click. I want to use 100, so that I can be smaller. I hold down my shift key. I want to remove some part now. I'm removing this. While you click. I don't want this region to be affected. Region now, I want to spread it over this region now, okay? Over this region that I've selected, the 100 semi-landmarks. So what I do now, I will go to data set now. I'm done data set. Then I'll click on coordinate, click on edit point. So I click here. So you can see the point here. So you look at from SL, which is our slide semi-landmark. You click here. You click on this guy here. You roll down your shift key and scroll down and click on the end to select all. So you won't be doing one by one. That will be wasting of time. You can see that it selected only the from SL. So don't do mistake here. So right click on it now. Click on distribute mesh randomly. Okay. You can see it's distributed, but it's not yet spread. It's not yet spread. So we're now going to right click again second time and click on diffuse point uniformly. You now click on diffuse point uniformly. So now it's spreading now. Look at it. It's moving. It's moving. It's moving. It's moving. So just hold on. You can see that it's working. It's still working. It's still loading. Okay. Yes, it's done now. So when it's done, you can click on OK. So now we have spread our point. You can see 100 semi-landmarks on the face. Now you can see. So now you can now remove go back here under selection, click on selection, say deselect selection. Okay, click on it. You can see it's gone. You can see now. You see? Look at the pattern here. Look at the pattern. See the pattern here. See the pattern here. So it's following the distance. See the pattern here. See the pattern here, see the pattern here, see the pattern, see the pattern. So now, same thing here. So these are our semi-landmarks. We have slid our semi-landmark on the face of the subject. So this is the template now. So this template now, we are now going to choose which one should slide, which one should not slide. Okay, that is our next thing to do. So from the slide, so go back to this, come back here now. We are done with that. Come back here, right click on here and go to sliding group. So click on new, call it SL. Okay, just say what we call it full. Click on OK. So now this full landmarks now, which one is the first landmark? 1 to 13. Okay, 1. Go down your shift and click on 13. These are the first landmark. Click on fixed. Okay, then come again. Which one is your sliding landmark? This one is sliding. Right click clear. Then go down your shift key. Click on the last one. Click on surface. Close. So you are done with that. So you have what you see that you are saying that only the point red in point should be fixed, while the rest will be sliding on each specimen. So now right click again on that guy again and do the last thing before you save. Click on protocols. So this is very important. Protocol, you create a new object. You have to be creating a new object for each of your operation, because you may have more than one template. So you have each object for them. So now let's say full, let's say all, or LN. So all landmarks, click on OK. Now here I want to group them. The order, want to set the order of our sliding, of our digitizing. So now, because don't forget our digitizing starts from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is our order. We want to follow the order here. So click on this guy. Click on next. You can click all of them and move to it. So I want to do one by one for this one first. Then I can do the rest. That's the order. You can see the order. That's the order. We landmark our land. We do our landmark. The order of sliding landmark it does not matter, but the order of a biological landmark is very important. So we have to follow the order appropriately, else we have a wrong landmark placement. So I want to make sure the order is in order before I proceed. Okay. Now the last one, 13. So I'm done. So here you can click here now. Okay, then go down your shift key, scroll down, last, include all. You can see now we have 1 to 13. This is the order of the, so then you now have from the, this one start from 99. So don't worry, when this one starts from, doesn't matter. I mean, for the sliding landmark, it doesn't matter where it starts from. What is important is this leading, because we are going to manually click on digitize this red one. So that's why you have to follow the order here. So this is the order of protocol. If you want to change order, you can change it, but you must follow the pattern in which you want to use to digitize them. So we are done with this now. So we are done with the order of protocols. So you can click, can close this. So you can save. So you click on save. Okay, save template. Our template is saving. So you can overwrite, no problem. So now we have saved the template now. This template is saved. It's our template now. So anytime you want to, don't forget the name of the template, you call it 3D face. Anytime you want to do anything now, we have to select the template now. Okay, we select the template, we apply it on other specimen one by one. So this is our template. So now in the next section, we're going to see how to now apply the template on the each of the specimen. Thank you so much for this session. I will see you in the next section.